Not a good weekend for Disney. And all kinds of stuff in the news. Snoop Dogg coming out and pretty much just blasting them. That's going viral. And there's a lot of reactions to it, and that's not good for Disney. Also, Fantastic Four and Freaky Friday took a massive hit thanks to Netflix putting K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters for one weekend, and it pulled in $18 million. Now, the story behind this movie is crazy. Sony, I guess, originally had it, put a lot of money into it, didn't have faith in it, so they dropped it, sold it to Netflix. Netflix picked it up, and it's been a massive success for them. Massive success. This thing is on fire. And what's even wilder, the music from it is topping the charts. I just saw that pretty much the entire soundtrack is at the top of the Spotify charts. Then also remember it was the top of iTunes and Billboard. It's wild. Tremendously successful. I broke this down last week. Also talked about Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. That's doing amazing. Anime is just on a whole nother level. And it's partially because of Western companies dropping the ball. Disney being the biggest one. But, yeah, this is pretty damn impressive. I mean, it even knocked down Weapons. Weapons lost its number one spot. Now, see, Netflix, I don't know how they feel about this because they get a lot of pressure to go theatrical, and they don't do it. And it's like, this is going to get used against them as a reason why they should put their movies in theaters. But, yeah, here are the numbers. This is bad for Disney, at least. I mean, Fantastic Four holds at number 4, but over 3 days, it only made $5.9 million. Fantastic Four is done. The only reason it's not dropped down further is because, other than K-pop Demon Hunters, nothing really new came in. I am sad to see Nobody 2 pretty much plummeting. Look at that, 73% drop on the Friday to Friday. 60% total. That sucks. That's a good movie. That's too bad. But it's not the first time. Naked Gun, I mean, it's still making money, but I don't think that movie makes its money back either, which is sad. That generally, the Naked Gun failure to me really sucks because that was our one chance to maybe get comedies back. Didn't do good. Theaters are going to look at that and use it as justification to not having any comedies, and it sucks. But Disney, though, taking a hit, that's always a good thing. Freaky Friday and Fantastic Four not doing so well. Fantastic Four, probably the biggest disappointment of the summer. And, Disney can only blame themselves for that shit, ruining it. Then, we find out that they're mad and upset that men are gone, and now they're scrambling to try to win them back, and it's just hilarious to anybody that's been following this situation because of the fact that they literally spent billions of dollars on Marvel and Star Wars to have boy brands, and then they immediately turned them into female brands. Oh, yeah, let's get that. Let's skew it so that we can bring in our female fans, too. We'll make even more money, and it backfired. And this isn't the end of the story. Disney as a brand is taking a massive hit. This has been going viral, this quote from Snoop Dogg, and we're going to watch it. Because, he sums it up beautifully. Like, people are afraid to take their kids to Disney movies because they just want to go watch a movie. And now he watches a movie with his grandson, took him to see Lightyear, and his son is asking him questions. How are two women having a baby? He's like, what? Just watch the movie. And, I got to say, this is probably relatable for a lot of parents who took their kids to a movie and didn't want to deal with this shit right now. They're going to just kind of relax. Just we can relax in some seats, watch a movie. Maybe I can like sneak a nap in. And nope. Now you still got to lecture. You still got to sit down. Now you got to explain some shit you might not want to have had to do at that moment in time. And it's not on Disney to parent the kids. You know, putting this shit in there to force parents to have to talk about it maybe when they don't want to. They don't want to get into it right now. They just want to let the kids be kids. No, Disney says you're going to do it right now. And that's not what he was trying to do. He just wanted to go have a good time with his grandson and got forced into some shit that he didn't want to get forced into just because Disney wants to push this shit on everybody. So let's watch this. This is going mega viral. It's from It's Giving podcast. And let's just watch this. I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this.
I took my grandson to see, what was the movie with Buzz Light?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Kiki Palmer is in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She's a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came and watched the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fucked me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Now, what's really sad about this is they're going to attack him if they haven't already started to attack him. And it's sad because, you know, he's just venting frustration. And I guarantee you a lot of people share his frustration, which is why, you know, a lot of movies from Disney have bombed. Yeah, they have some successes. Like Lilo and Stitch 2. Or no, Lilo and Stitch live action. Because they are making a sequel to that, right? But Lilo and Stitch live action did really good. They had another one that did really good. But they also have a lot of bombs. Like Alley Out. That movie was supposed to have some gay stuff in it. They cut it out. Because there's a lot of people that feel the same way that Snoop Dogg does. I just wanted to take my kids to a movie. Or his grandson in this case. Just wanted to go spend some time with his grandson. Ended up getting roped into some shit he didn't want to talk about.
What'd you tell him?
Watch the movie. Eat this popcorn. Shh.
You said, we don't know. We don't know.
It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age, like
that part.
They're going to ask questions.
Yeah.
They are going to ask. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
And now, see, a lot of people are going to get mad about this. And it's like, I don't know how old the kid is. I'm going to guess probably 6, 7. I don't know how old his grandson is. They want to push all this identity stuff on these young children who don't really understand it and don't need to understand it at 6. What they need to understand at 6 years old is how to make Legos into rocket ships and color in books and learn their ABCs and some math and you know, reading books. They need to just be kids. But they want to push all this shit on them to confuse them and bring them into the fold. I think it's unnecessary. And I'm not the only one. And this is part of the reason why Disney has been struggling. Now, they are in a way too big to fail because of how much money and assets they have, but this is part of the reason why the brand has been hit so bad over the past, 8 years now? And they're starting to go and change a little bit. We'll see how far that goes, but a lot of people feel the same as Snoop Dogg here. A lot of people. And I think that this is a pretty relatable clip, for a lot of people, a lot of families that have experienced this.
And I don't even know the answer that's rehearsed. What am I supposed to say? Was the lady used to be I got questions. Now I
Me
got
too.
questions.
And I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. That nigga woke me up. I'm in there. Huh? They just said that she had a baby. How? They both women. Oh, man, damn. Yeah, eat this popcorn.
It's so crazy what they teach you so young, because one of my nieces was telling me, she's like, yeah, I think I have anxiety. I was like,
what?
Okay, first of all,
You don't
she's
even
like
need to know
13.
that word.
You don't even know what that is. Then she's telling me all these different things they teach you in school. They're teaching you about anxiety and depression.
This is another one. Little kid having to sit down and let's get you on the road to antidepressants. I'm tired of that shit too, man.
Depression. And then, you diagnose yourself. Well, I'm really tired now and I've just been feeling really sad. I'm
That's
depressed.
true.
No,
Yeah.
you're not. No, you're not. You know what? You need to go outside.
A lot of
You need to roll in that grass. You need to
overanalyze.
eat something green. You need to drink some water.
Then go
And you need
play.
to stop looking at the screens. I'm so tired of screen time. What do you think about these kids and screen time?
Well, you notice I don't have a phone on me.
Oh.
Professional.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it goes into, I agree with that too. A lot of times I try to leave my phone in a different room nowadays just to kind of get away from doom scrolling. I think that's a whole different conversation. But, yeah, a lot of people relate to this. That's why it went so viral. And I'm telling you, they're going to attack him. Why don't you want to talk about LGBT issues with your 6-year-old? Because we just want to let kids be kids. So this is the worst thing that could happen to Disney. And they'll put their little minions on this. You're going to see hit pieces from the Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, from all of these entertainment journalists who suck that mouse dick. And first off, that doesn't work anymore. That does not work. Nobody even really reads that shit other than maybe like me and Nerdrotic, other channels that cover hilarity, the hilarity of the media. But this is the smart thing for them to do would be to just ignore it. And maybe this will go away. But I think a lot of people, what's going to happen is, once again, a lot of these psycho liberals are going to come out and tell you how you're wrong and you need to raise your kids this way, and the motherfuckers don't even have kids. Oh, let me listen to your expert opinion, childless weirdo. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell. Link in the description to my comic book if you want to check that out. $17. Also, if you ordered one during the campaign or even after the campaign, we're shipping this week. So you should get your books soon. They are coming. They should be coming this week. So this week, depending, maybe if you're international, you'll get yours probably next week. Customs and all that stuff is a little bit out of anybody's control, but the books are shipping. So hope you enjoy them. You can still check them out. Cover D, especially, is always going to be in demand. So check it out. And with that, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.